I can preserve my voice because I'm going every day until the 25th. And I want to be able to talk to my people, to talk to my family, because I consider all of you here a part of my family. It is now 10:45. In case anybody see the light and think it is day, it is 10:45 p.m. and the place rampant. Rampant. I know some people head are hurt them right now. I know that some people believe that for them head bigger than everybody else own, that them smarter than everybody else, that them brighter than everybody else, and that them believe them can trick the people. So they, in their desperation, have tried to turn a local government election into a general election. I have never seen Alligator Pond Square full like this, not even in a general election. So, the man said, we must use this as a referendum. Who tell him we go trouble Labour Party ants nest? Who tell him we go stir up Labour Party ants nest? Now, as we were getting ready, a young lady made her way through the crowd and she came right here. And she was saying to me, I don't know if she's still in the crowd, she was saying to me that she don't believe in a ray politics. As many young people don't. Meaning that she didn't come here for the noise and the dancing and the cheering. But that is part of the politics too. Me like that too. That's part of the vibes, right? Yes. But you did not come here only for that. The reason why you are gathered in this square is to hear about the affairs of your country, to hear about how your support is going to improve your life. You are here to assess your government and to assess your candidates and to make a determination as to whether or not they are worthy of your support. I know my Labour Party very well. And if the people of the Jamaica Labour Party did not feel that their government was doing well, they would not come out. The most critical people of the government is its own supporters. A man stopped me in White House, Westmoreland, and he said something which was so profound. He said, Labourites vote for sense. In other words, they vote for things that are rational, reasonable. Labourite vote makes sense. You are the thinking people of Jamaica. You are the conscience of the country. It is not just Labourites gathered in this square. As I survey the square, a lot of people who are here own shops just in the town. Want to hear what Labour Party have to say. Want to understand what is happening in the country. And so I'm very happy for a campaign because I don't often get the time to talk to the people straight. Sometimes when I talk, people take it and interpret and spin it and send it out to you and you hear different from what I say. The beauty of the campaign is that it gives me an opportunity to speak to you directly and you can assess it for yourself. Now, every time a complaint is made about a road, I hear it. Every time a complaint is made about water, I hear it. When you complain that you don't have any ATMs here, and when you travel to Mandeville and the ATM don't work, and you have to come back and you vex, and you put it on social media say you vex, I hear. I hear all the complaints in the country. And I pay attention to it. When I go to my bed at night, I go to my bed with your problems. And I wake up with solutions. So I want you to know that you gathering here tonight is well appreciated, but you are not taken for granted. Your concerns, your dreams, your ambitions, your hopes are with me every hour of the day. And I dedicate my life to ensuring that I can help you to make your life better. One of the problems here that you have are your roads. And like everybody else, you deserve to have good roads. You deserve it. And what this government has done, you would have heard it said that for the first time, we have $1 trillion budget. Well, not for the first time, for the second time, the budget has passed the $1 trillion mark. Why is that possible? How did that happen? That we have such a big budget now. And because the budget is so big, we are now able to allocate $20 billion this year, and we're going to allocate another $20 billion next year to fix local and community roads. We will not be able to fix all the roads all at once. But certainly, 1 or 2 or 3 of your priority roads, the one that cause you to cuss when you drop in the pothole, we will be able to repair those roads for you. But tonight, I want to talk to you about your beautiful town of Alligator Park. Everybody can live in Kingston or Montego Bay, or Mandeville for that matter. And the truth is, you don't want to live there. You are happy right here. If only your road, your water, and access to the other banking facilities and healthcare were good, you would be very happy right here in Alligator Park. Your government recognizes this, that we have to bring development to where the people live. For development to happen, you need a local economy. Hear me now. We have the national economy that is doing well. You hear we talk about GDP growth for 20 consecutive quarters. The debt is coming down. The dollar is stable. The reserves are high. All of that sound good. But what happened to Alligator Park? So the government has a plan for all rural urban centers. So Alligator Pond is in a rural area, but it has this little urban center right here. So you have a little pharmacy, you have the bar, you have supermarket, you have little things right in this little square. But you don't have it to the level where you'll be satisfied. And you want to have some employment being generated in your community. Right now, you depend heavily on fishing, part of it. So we want to develop another industry in Alligator Pond. And Alligator Pond has the potential for tourism. Yes. In fact, the entire south coast between Manchester and St. Elizabeth has great potential for tourism. So, no, not every tourism area have hotel. You have different kinds of tourism. And the kind of tourism that we want to bring here is where the tourists come and spend their money with you and not necessarily with a hotel or a resort. We want them to come and experience the life that you experience. It is not impossible to have tourists coming at the bar over there, so Tropical Island Bar. They come eat fish. Yeah, it can happen. Anyway, what we have started to do, and I want you to listen good now, you're a member of parliament, must be given credit because he has put in a proposal to the Tourism Enhancement Fund to develop a proper beach right here in Alligator Pond. The proposals have been reviewed, funding is being sourced, and it will be done very shortly. But it is not just a beach. We now must look to develop. My dear, how are you? We will be looking now to develop attractions in and around this area. Now, one thing that we do well is food. Food in tourism is a big attraction. We don't do enough of it. And our fish and how we prepare it and all the other nice things that we do, we are going to develop that right here now as an attraction. So when people come, we have Williko Oche here as well. That will give you now a new source of income for a lot of people and give employment in the area and start to regenerate and develop your local township. We know as well that you have problems with your water supply. Everywhere I go in the parish of Manchester, people tell us we don't have water. Now you and I know Manchester really don't have a whole lot of water. Manchester don't have any rivers actually. The water, we have to pump it from St. Elizabeth, come up here. And we have done quite a bit. You may not know it, but we have put in new pipelines, we have put in new pumps, but most of the water ends up in Mandeville, in that urban space. The next phase of our investment for water in Manchester is to bring water to communities like Alligator Pond, like New Green, like Greenvale, like all the other areas that I have toured where the water supply that you have is not reliable. That means two things. The first thing is when we are doing the Spark program and we are repairing the roads, it don't make sense that we just put asphalt on the road. If no main is there, if no big pipe isn't there, then we put in the pipe at the same time. So that means we do road and pipe together. The second thing now is to identify new water sources. It may mean that we have to dig some wells here or we have to bring water in from St. Elizabeth. But whatever it takes, we will bring the water to the people of Manchester who have been suffering for a very long time for their water. So you, by now, would begin to understand that your government is paying attention to the things that matter to you. How are we able to do this now? Why is it that no government before could have done it? You know why? Because this government has run the economy better than any other government. I am sure other politicians have promised roads and they have promised water and they promise you the world. They have good intentions, you know. And when they face the people, it's hard to tell you, say, you can't do it. So they make promise. But in order for those promises to be fulfilled, they have to have an economy that is producing the resources to fulfill the promise. And that is the difference between my administration and administrations before. They did not have an economy. The economy is not just about growth. It's not that it's producing more. If you don't have a good economy, it can cost you. From 2012 to 2015, the economy cost you. Every single year, it costs you in new taxes. Since you have had me as your Prime Minister, you have not had to endure any new taxes. Not for 1 year, not for 2 years, not for 3 years, not for 4 years, not for 5 years, not for 6 years, not for 7 years, not for 8 years. No new taxes. So a good economy doesn't cost you anything, but it improves your household. Because of a good economy, we were able to reduce GCT. Won't forget that. GCT was 16.5%. We reduced it. Remember that. Because of a good economy, if you are 75 years and older and you weren't paying NIS and you don't get any pension, and I'm saying this now for all of you who are listening who know somebody like that, you can go and register for a social pension and you get a little something a month time. Yes, because of a good economy. Yes, you never know that. Go and register. Hold on now. As I look at this crowd, I see a whole heap of young people. I hear that employment might be a challenge here for young people. The economy is absorbing a whole heap of labor. Right now, only 4.5%, 4.2% of the entire labor force is unemployed. Everywhere I go, people in business tell me they need people to work. They just can't find them. There are a lot of young people here. If you don't have a job now, go and get a skill that is in demand. And you know what? You know what this government has done? We have taken away the fees from the Heart Trust. So now you can go and register to get a skill for free. That is as a result of a good economy. So I'm saying to you, our young people, we need your labor now more than ever. If you're not working, I beg you, go and get a skill that is in demand. Work is there for you. Even if you don't have a subject, go to Heart. You can get accepted and you can get a skill. That's the beauty of the economy. We are building more houses than ever before. And we're not just building houses for people who can afford a mortgage. Almost every week, I hand over 3 or 4 houses to persons who couldn't afford them anyway, but they live in really bad conditions. I'm almost afraid to come out of my vehicle now. Because as I come out of the vehicle, so somebody said, Prime Minister, I don't live the way, I want one of the social house. Because people see that because of the economy, we are helping the poorest of the poor with housing. So what this tells you, for the people of Alligator Pond who have gathered here tonight, is that this thing that we call the economy, that might seem far away from you or it not concern you, we are building an economy that cares about each and every one of you. In the 80s, my dear, I'm coming to you. In the 80s, Prime Minister Siaga said something, and them turned it against him. He said it takes cash to care. Would you remember that? Pattison, Prime Minister Pattison turned it around and said, we put people first. The two things are truthful statements. Every government wants to put the people first. Nothing is wrong with that. I put people first. But I also understand that it takes a good economy to care. Yes, it's one thing to tell your girlfriend you love her. It's the next thing to show her that you love her. Some man only have sweet mouth and a hole in them pocket. Some man will tell you that them heart willing, but them pocket weak. Right now, you have a prime minister who have a big heart. Me don't really have no sweet mouth, but me try. But we develop a strong pocket. And we guard the pocket well. We manage the pocket well. So when I say, baby, baby, I love you, it's not just talk, it is substance. You're not only going to hear about the love, you're going to feel the love. So hold on. So, my family in Alligator Pond, it is now 10 minutes past 11. And you have stood and you have listened to every word that I have said. I know that as a result of what I have said, you have been edified. You will leave with a better understanding. You will be fulfilled that you have come here and participated in a political meeting that was not just Ray. It was a meeting that discussed the real issues of your country. And as the guardians of our democracy, as the people who hold me to account, it is my duty to just reason with you and lay the case for your judgment. On the 26th of February, you will have a chance to cast your judgment on the government and on the candidates who are presenting themselves. I feel that I have done as best as I can and more. I come to you campaigning on achievements, and I come to you also showing you the plan for the future. My friends, my family, I ask you humbly for your support. God bless you on the 26th.